Not only do Democrats have to worry about the fact that the president and vice president's approval ratings are exceptionally low right now, and of course the fact that Republicans already have a 10-point edge in the polls, which is the largest lead any party has had in over 40 years, but they also have another problem that they have to figure out a way to deal with before the 2022 midterms, and that is redistricting. So far, with the maps that have been submitted, the new districts that have been drawn, the Democrats have already lost 5 seats. 5 districts that had leaned towards the Democrats now lean Republican. Those are considered red districts under the new redistricting that's happening across the country. And since Democrats have a 6-seat advantage right now in the House of Representatives, because of those new districts alone, you can go ahead and count that advantage down to 1. 1 seat. Because those 5 are definitely going away. What worries me about this, with the redistricting, with the 10-point gap the Republicans have in the generic ballot races, with the fact that Republicans have a more than 10-point lead in enthusiasm heading into the midterms, that's terrifying too. We could be looking at a Republican wave in 2022 that dwarfs the blue wave of 2018. Donald Trump got absolutely walloped in that midterm election 2 years after his presidential election. And I don't see a way that that doesn't happen to Joe Biden next year. The only possibility is if the Democrats not just deliver for the public. I've talked about that ad nauseum. I don't need to mention it again. You know that's always big thing number one. We've got to get these voting rights acts passed. We have to get rid of the partisan gerrymandering because believe it or not, folks, Republicans are not the only ones out there that have, kind of some districts that, that doesn't quite look right. Democratic states have also submitted some that, professionals say, you look like you kind of gerrymandered a little here. So Democrats do it. Republicans do it a hell of a lot more. So don't get me wrong on that. I'm not trying to both sides this when one side does it 10 times worse than the other. But we got to get rid of the partisan gerrymandering. We have to extend the voting rights of individuals. We have to have the universal mail-in ballots. That was wonderful during the pandemic. We can keep doing that. It was a reliable system. If it wasn't, Donald Trump wouldn't have had Louis DeJoy attempt to dismantle the entire U.S. postal system. But Republicans don't want that. Because the more people that vote, the worse it is for the Republican Party. And that's just the way it goes here in the United States. And if the Democrats want to avoid a landslide for the GOP in 2022, that piece of legislation has to be priority number one. Of course, after they pass the Build Back Better Act.